Hi YouTube, Youper Beauty here. Today I'm here to do a review on the Dr. Locks hair extensions. So I suffered a really bad haircut at a chain salon, and even the next day the manager said, that's a really bad haircut, and if you want me to fix this, I'm going to have to cut your hair really short. So this is kind of one of the short pieces in my hair, and I didn't want my hair to be that short because I actually came in with very long hair and I just wanted to trim. So what they did, which was extremely gracious, and I'm so fortunate for this, is they actually, on the house, I had to buy the hair, but all the labor and the materials were free. They actually installed hair extensions for me. And the hair extensionist told me what to order. She directed me right to the Dr. Locks website. She told me what size and thickness to order, and so in the color, and I pretty much just ordered exactly what she told me to. I didn't ask any questions because if that's what she wanted me to order and if that's what she felt comfortable with, I was a novice. I was just going to go with that. And so after I ordered the hair, I started looking around at YouTube and I thought, what does this hair look like? Are there positive reviews? Are there negative reviews? And I didn't find any outside of synthetic dreadlocks, which seem to be kind of their wheelhouse, but they do have 100% Remy hair extensions. So I just wanted to do a review on that. So maybe if you're out there and you're looking to get hair extensions, you've seen the Bellamy reviews, you've seen the Luxie reviews, maybe you've never heard of this brand and you wanted to be introduced to it. So I just wanted to put a review out there on the Dr. Locks extensions. So I want to talk about a couple of things. First, I want to talk about obviously the hair itself, the quality, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. And then I want to talk a little bit about the customer service, which I've encountered, and I can also speak to my hair extensionist, which had some issues, and I can talk about her experience as well. So first, onto the hair. So when I got the hair, the first thing I noticed was it was beautiful. It was soft. It was there were lowlights and highlights in every strand. It was just gorgeous, soft, wonderful hair. It did have kind of like a plastic smell to it, which I take to be some kind of synthetic coating they put on the hair to make it so soft and beautiful, because honestly, we all know that this is not virgin hair. There are not naturally these lowlights and highlights in this hair. It is very processed. So I'm imagining this is some kind of protective coating they ship out, so that way you get it and it's beautiful. The smell went away after some washes, so and it wasn't super off-putting for me either, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I know Luxie has I don't want to say a problem, but I've read reviews where people complain about a burning smell, or even their heat styling tools will have like black tar stuff on it from the hair, from that stuff coming off. And my guess is that it's the same stuff. So just to be aware of that. I ordered the 18-inch 3mm because I have quite thick hair. There's 2mm and 3mm. The straight I-tip hair, it is $52.95 a bundle. Each bundle is about 50 grams and 100 strands. And I ordered 3 packs or 3 bundles of hair. So I probably installed about 275 of these in my hair. So you're aware of what type I ordered. And I was told to order color number 4, which is chocolate. As you can see, my hair is kind of a reddish, brownish, I would say kind of a straight chocolate color. But actually, when I got the hair, it was more like a light latte color. So it had blonde pieces in it. It had some light red pieces, some sandy brown pieces, and some dark brown pieces. So it was quite light, much lighter than I expected it to be. So I actually just ordered another pack of hair from Dr. Locks. I'll talk more about that. I got color number 2 espresso, which is 1 shade darker than the number 4 chocolate. And this is probably closer to my root color, which is a dark brown. And so I'm missing out on some of these reddish colors through here, but more on that later. So I did color match my hair, obviously, because the first color didn't match. And she did she is in my hair extensionist, did a really fantastic job color matching. But that soft, beautiful, luscious hair that came in the bag was gone and replaced with some duller, drier hair. And now this was a professional dye job. the stylist routinely dyes hair extension hair, which is 100% Remy hair, so you should be able to dye it. They recommend you can dye it. So it must have stripped off all of that nice protective coating, even though she was just going a little darker. We didn't bleach it or put lots of peroxide on it, anything like that. It must have been just enough to really impact the integrity of the hair. And after a few washes at home, and just so you know, I've only had these in my hair for about 6 weeks. It's time to move them up. You can actually see one sticking out right now. I'm trying to tuck that around there. I haven't had these in for very long, and the hair is extremely, extremely damaged. These are no longer 18 inches. I've actually had one haircut since then to cut off some of the damage. And even now, you can see, hopefully, it's just like split end city. No matter how much oil I put on or deep conditioners, soaking in coconut oil, and I use only salon quality products on my hair, it's really, 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 really damaged. I can't express. And hopefully, I've done such a great job disguising this fact that you might see me in this video and think, what is she talking about? You know, my hair is way more fried than hers. But hopefully you can see a little closer in one of my pieces that came out. I'll just grab one at random. I've got a whole pile here. It starts out pretty nice and straight at the top. And then as we go down, it gets thinner and thinner and more broken until we're down to just like a few pieces of, you know, kind of straw-like things here. So they're very, very, very damaged and fragile. And so you can see that these are not 18 inches anymore. I've cut off a lot of the damage. So the damage at these tips now would actually be closer to mid-shaft on the hair extension hair. So that just shows how much damage that they just kept going on. They're damaged really, really high up the root. So that is something that I'm really not happy with. Another thing that I'm not very happy with in terms of these extensions is the keratin. This is a good example. Has almost completely it's almost completely gone. You can see that this is pretty much just gone. And I shampooed with the recommended shampoo, and I never conditioned my roots. Why would you ever do that anyway? So my hair extensions should not be, I feel like 6 weeks to re-tip these every single time is asking a lot. And I don't know enough about extensions. Maybe that's normal, maybe not. They're not all this bad, but you can see that they're all going. I mean, well, that one's actually this one's completely frayed out too. But yeah, a lot of them are really bad. The keratin's almost gone. So that's kind of a bummer. So I emailed customer service because I was really disappointed in the amount of split ends. In fact, sometimes I would get out of the bath after, really conditioning my hair really well, and, brushing it out really gently. And I'd get out of the bath and I'd have like mats that were unreal. I'd have to brush out just because the hair was so damaged and dry that it was like causing a lot of problems. And I just felt like to be less than, at this point, when I first emailed them, I'd only had the hair in for about 3 weeks. So I just felt like the split ends were unreasonable at that point for the amount of money that I paid. And luckily, if I did have to pay to get them installed, that would be even more money. So that just seems a little unreasonable. I did get a response from them. After a lot of back and forth, they wanted to know what products I'd been using. I told them. They wanted to know if I had watched some of the videos that they put on YouTube on how to troubleshoot problems. I actually, at that point, I had, and I had tried everything they posted. One of the things that they had posted on YouTube, if you're having problems, is to do a clarifying shampoo and just strip your hair of everything if you have too much buildup. And I did that, and it's always very scary when you do that because your hair is so damaged and it's so dry. I don't know if you ever go to the hotel and use hotel shampoo or something like that, and it's like you can't even brush your hair because it's so goofed up from it. Well, that's what it felt like. And then what you do is then you kind of replenish your hair with what your hair really needs, which in their case in the video, I believe it was some kind of Moroccan conditioner. I used that. I put that on, and then I, gently blow dried it, and it did help, but I mean, it didn't cure my split ends or anything. So at that point, I tried the things that they posted in the videos, and it was still not working out. Since then, it had become worse, and I had to have another haircut to cut off about 4 inches of damage. And they said this is a pretty rare occasion to have problems with, but I had 3 different packs of hair, so I don't know what was up with it. So they offered me a 30% discount to purchase hair again. And I was on the fence for about 2 weeks. I just didn't know if I wanted to deal with the hair. And then I was thinking about it, and I thought, well, maybe I'll order the darker shade, not dye it, and then just see if that helps the integrity of the hair. And so I did do that. My next video will be an unboxing video when I show the hair. It's very exciting. So I'm going to give it another go, and I'll show you what that looks like maybe in the next video. Another thing with customer service is sometimes it's really good, and you kind of get a back and forth dialogue. And sometimes it's not that it's bad customer service. It's just that there's no customer service. You just will sometimes send an email to their sales website, or their sales at drlocks.com that's posted on their website, and you won't get a response. So that can be disappointing. They are a brick and mortar store, so it is a couple of awesome ladies in Seattle running a physical location store as well as an online shop. So, you'd think, I mean, you can put a face to it. And so when I've emailed them and I've not received a response, I'm always a little disappointed, because I think, why didn't you respond to my email? I know you're working, I know you're doing stuff, but it might be that they're just so completely sapped. They just don't have time, or they don't have the staff to respond to every email. So that could be disappointing. Another thing this is the only piece of information that I've heard about Dr. Locks that was positive or negative online, which was if you use the expedited shipping on their website, you will either get your item really, really late, or you will never get your item. So when I was ordering the hair, I was very excited to get it, and I wanted to use expedited shipping, and I didn't. I avoided the temptation from that review, and I just waited the 3 to 7 day, or I don't know, maybe it's like 7 to 10 days or 5 to 7 days. I actually got my hair between 4 and 5 days later. So that was actually quite quick without using expedited shipping. This last order that I placed, I got it in 4 days without expedited shipping. So I live in Michigan. They're in Seattle. That's pretty far apart. So I was pretty impressed with the shipping rate. Don't use expedited shipping, because you might not ever get your item. Now, my hair extensionist I think she used overnight shipping to get more beads for my hair. And she has never received she's never received them. Her linkies, never got them at all. She sent a few emails, she says, to the Dr. Locks sales team, and she has never received a reply. So customer service is very hit or miss. In her case, it's a real bummer, because she paid for not only the linkies, which are not very cheap through Dr. Locks, but she also paid for overnight shipping, which was not inexpensive. It was quite expensive, and she has never received her item, nor has she received a compensation at all for anything. So that's not cool. So I just wanted to mention that in case that makes a difference to anybody out there in the world. So my final verdict, they seem to be relatively inexpensive. Although you can find really comparable hair elsewhere, you can pretty easily also get clip-in hair and turn them into I-tip if you want to just install them in and have them kind of semi-permanently in your hair and not deal with clipping them in all the time. I might try that sometime, because you can find a lot of tutorials on how to tip these and how to make I-tips and how to cut the wefts and how much to measure. And if you're kind of crafty and if you have an afternoon, just order it and cut it up, and you can make I-tips pretty easily. You can make them pretty quickly too once you get the assembly line going. So maybe I'll do a video on that someday, because that's something I'm interested in. They do have a price match, a 120% price smash guarantee. So if you find something cheaper elsewhere, excluding something like wholesale or some non-reputable eBay seller. If you find hair that is the same color, the same length, the same type, and it's cheaper somewhere else, they will actually give you your item at the same price, and then they'll give you a gift certificate for whatever 120% difference is. So you'll actually have a credit with them also. So that seems like a pretty cool deal if you find something somewhere else. They do post videos on YouTube, which are pretty helpful. They talk about how to care for your extensions, how to install your extensions, different methods. So that can be kind of a helpful resource, and that's pretty cool. One other thing that I wanted to mention, I was looking around on their website because I honestly couldn't remember what the price match guarantee was, and I wanted to make sure I had the right number. And I noticed that they have a few reviews on some different products on their website. Not many reviews. Most things are unreviewed. Some things have up to 4 reviews. And I just wanted to mention, I don't know, I'm a little suspicious of the reviews on the website. A lot of them are uploaded on the same day, and they all have very similar sounding names, like, Rainbow Glitter or, Aspen Rainbow. And they have these kind of cool names, like almost like roller derby names or like really cool girl names. People who might have, really goth or punk dreadlocks or something like that. And so it's kind of these aliases that are posting really positive 5-star reviews. And a lot of them are uploaded on like October 20th, 2014. So it seems kind of suspicious that they're all uploaded on the same day. And then I noticed for the iTip hair, all of the reviews are on that day. And then I clicked on another product and I saw another one on October 20th, 2014. And then there's other dates that kind of repeat too. So it almost seems like, I don't know, it could be the day that was popular, but I'm suspicious that maybe, someone, internal took a few days throughout the year, and that was one day where they posted a lot of reviews, just so it looks like there's more interaction going on, because there aren't many reviews on Dr. Locks. If you look at forums, a lot of people aren't really talking about Dr. Locks, which is kind of a shame because I do think they are doing some cool stuff, and the customer service was pretty good for me, so that's a bonus, although it hasn't been that way for everybody. So I don't know. I think my final verdict is, I obviously ordered hair from them again, so I'm willing to give them a second shot. So hopefully, despite my honest, not so glowing review, I'm hoping to post a much better review in the future. Maybe as I learn, what works and what doesn't work. Not only with my own hair, because, what works with your own hair, but this is hair that is not my hair. I have very, very thick hair. I can put product in it all day long, and it will never look weighed down. But the second I put something in this hair, it looks like heavy and greasy. And so I'm still learning, what type of hair, what this hair requires and what this hair needs. So hopefully my next review will be much more positive. So yeah, Dr. Locks, give them a shot. I'm giving them a second shot as well. Split ends has been a problem. They do a color match service, so you can actually send hair to them in the mail, a little snippet of hair, and they will suggest things to you. But hopefully, if you have dark hair, hopefully this is helpful. Although, unfortunately, I don't have a picture of what the chocolate looked like. You'll have to kind of take my description for it. And the color here is between the 4 and the 2. So the 4 is darker. My next video will show you what a 4 looks like in the flesh. So hopefully that's helpful. All right. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you next time.